Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Oddvice.
Is this episode 10?
Yeah, 10. I remember
9 or 10?
10.
10.
Right? Chris? 10.
Cool.
I remember when I turned 10 years old and I was like, double digits.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I don't think I did that.
That was like on all my birthday cards. I remember.
Do you
my
remember
uncle
all
was
your
like,
birthdays?
No, come on. No way. I just remember double digits being like, whoa.
Oh.
I remember like significant birthdays.
I don't know what I did for my 15th birthday.
I don't
I damn
either.
near don't know what I did for my 16th.
I didn't start doing things for my birthday until probably 18.
Really?
Think about it. Like, you don't do things for your birthday growing up. Is that just me?
Yeah, no, we did. My family.
You did. Yeah. I didn't. And that was fine.
No, yeah, it's fine.
I'm like, actually, I remember 6th grade. Excuse me, Chris. I remember 6th grade. Hella people brought me balloons to school.
Aww.
And I counted them at the end of the day, and I actually ironically had 28. My birthday's March 28th. That's ironic. I didn't turn 28. And is it 28-year-old in 6th grade? And I had 28 balloons, and they were all tied to my backpack, and like I literally I walked around all day with them, and like so many teachers were like, you can hold them in the classroom if you want, but I didn't want to because
no, you want, when you go to school and it's your birthday,
you better know.
You want everyone to know it's your birthday. Yep. I'm carrying around a whole plate of cupcakes.
Even if there's one left, I'm like, oh, I just have to carry this.
Yes,
Like,
I have to carry my gifts.
Yeah,
Ugh.
like wrapped around my arm. Like that birthday, 28 balloons. Someone made me cupcakes. Hella people brought me like hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper was like my favorite snack duo. So I got bottles, literally bottle service. Like liters, 2 liters. Yeah, literally 2 liter things. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have no makeup on right now. It just feels so good to touch my face.
Lucky.
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, I remember that one. But I didn't have a party. I didn't really have birthday parties.
Oh, I remember my middle school party where I had to beg my mom to we threw a party.
A birthday bash.
Yes, a birthday bash in my garage.
Yeah.
And we all who did we think we were? We went to Champs in the mall and all got basketball shorts so we could literally shake our ass.
I didn't go.
Yeah. We all have a picture. I think we have a picture. We're all wearing like bright orange basketball shorts so we could dance in my garage.
I do not recall going. I remember that party, but I don't remember. I remember going like alone. I don't think I went to the Champs thing.
No, remember we went and took pictures at the mall.
Did we buy stuff?
Yeah, we all matched.
Wait, was that the birthday that we took pictures? Also, we'll put that picture on our Patreon.
Yes.
We got to find it. I'm sure Alicia has it or something.
I have it. I think.
Yeah, we'll find the picture. We'll put it up on our Patreon, but I don't remember shopping.
We went to JCPenney and took professional studio photos for my birthday. Who the fuck? And then we went and got
my hair was how yours is right now.
Yes. And I think I'm on your back.
Guys, there's such awkward pictures. I can't wait to find them.
But yeah, we went and got basketball shorts so we could dance.
Oh yeah, that was when we learned how to shake our ass.
Yeah.
It was probably your 14th birthday?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I hope not any older.
Why not? If anything, I'd hope not younger, shaking our ass at 14. Honestly, that's nothing compared to the 14-year-olds nowadays.
Right. And shaking our ass meant
like this. Like
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
it wasn't twerking or anything.
No.
It was just
However, I did learn how to twerk at age 10. My cheer coach, Missy, she taught Bree,
wow.
Leanna, me, just taught us literally put us on the track and was like, all right, you guys need to learn this. You need to learn this for school dances. She was so right. It equipped me for such a beautiful adulthood. I can shake my ass
at that party. Didn't someone's camera got stolen? Didn't someone get in a fight?
Whose camera? Oh, Leanna's camera.
Was it Leanna's camera?
Yeah, Leanna's camera or her phone got stolen.
Leanna's phone got stolen. Paige Reed's camera got stolen.
Yes. I swear Cassie's did. Am I tripping?
I don't know. That party was a shit show.
Why was it
No, it was a
kind of scandalous.
We threw a party. Are we too deep in this?
In what?
This conversation?
Oh. It's all relative.
One of my birthdays, I had a pool party. Remember my pool party?
Oh
birthday?
my God. Wait, was that when Michael Jackson died? When we heard? No, we were in your backyard.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my birthday though. I think
Okay.
that was just like a summer day.
Oh, I remember that. I remember. Can we just
The
tell that story?
second, yeah.
We were me, you.
It was just me and you in the
I
pool.
swear there was a third person.
I don't know. It could have been anyone. One of my neighbors.
We hung out with your neighbors.
Yeah.
I remember that. We were in her pool, and her mom comes out and she's like, "You guys are gonna remember this day for the rest of your lives." Like, it was just announced Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
And we got out of the pool and we were just like, what? Like when you're young and you hear about like a big death that your parents care about, like a pop culture death, it's like you know you should feel something, but you also don't really like. We weren't Michael Jackson fans or anything.
And you know what's crazy is I don't even remember the day Prince died.
Really?
Yeah,
I remember
which is
that.
really sad.
I weirdly remember that. I remember celebrity deaths like really well for some reason.
But yeah, I remember like the position I was in.
Me
in
too.
The pool.
We were she came out on our right.
Yes.
That's what I remember. Like we were facing like the outside of the pool, like the gazebo.
Yes.
And she was like, "Girls."
Anyways, that pool party, my birthday.
Yeah.
Remember after we were sitting out on the grass in my front yard, in a circle, and we were like, "Who do you have a crush on? Who do you have a crush on?" And I remember I said, he was my 7th grade crush.
Name drop.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Was it 7th grade?
Probably.
Yeah, because we dated in 7th grade.
Yeah.
No.
Or 6th.
It was it was 6th grade. And we dated so I looked at him and I said, "I like Mikey," and he was sitting like right across from me.
That was courageous.
No, yeah.
I don't even know if I do that today. Like
and after that we started dating.
that was the
Middle
one that
school.
got away.
100% middle school dating. But what's crazy is we broke up at the end of 7th grade, and then we got back together in high school for a minute.
That's
Do you remember
so
that?
cool. Yes.
Yeah.
That's so cool to me. Like young relationships that get back together.
Yeah, we kind of just like randomly ran into each other, I think at a high school party, and we were like, "Hey, remember when we dated in middle school?"
and just
then
like tried it again.
yeah, and then we were like, "Oh, you're actually kind of cool."
I love that. I think, did I ever do that? Oh my God, I did that with Nick.
Yes,
I did that with Nick. We dated when I was a freshman, and then I think we tried again junior year. It was like right before Kelly. It was right before Kelly. I feel like I remember Kelly giving me shit for Nick, being like,
really?
"Dude, he's graduated. Like, he's too old." I think I remember that. I don't know. Do you guys even care about this?
I like forget that you dated him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cute. Oh my God, he's so handsome.
And he's an Aries, March 29th.
Mikey looks like Nick Jonas.
Identical.
Literally identical.
Like,
should I hit him out?
honestly, yeah. Is he single? Ooh. Alex is getting over a cold. Yeah, last time you guys saw us, you saw how low energy I was with Brie and everything. Literally that night, I was like, I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I'm over it now, but I gave it to Alex. It was not COVID. Thank the Lord.
No, we both got tested.
Got tested. I gave it to Alex. So.
Yeah, I had a cold for the past 2 days. Getting over it now, so if you can kind of hear it in my voice, and I might cough a little bit, but
Phlegm.
phlegm.
My phlegm didn't get like too bad though. It usually does. Like my sinuses get fucked up. Anyway, you guys don't care about that.
Speaking of last week, kind of one of my weaknesses that you said was that I always cook with the heat on really high.
Oh my God.
And so this past week, I've been cooking with the heat on like 3-4 tops, and I swear to God, my food's better.
Yep, because you're not scorching it. You literally used to scorch it. And then the other day last night she's cooking. Excuse me, and she goes, "You know that this like low heat little trick you taught me really, really helps." And I was like, "It's not a trick. I didn't come up with it. Like it's not like some like gatekeeping trick by any means. You just scorch your food."
Yeah, I was just like heat. Like you know what it is? Like I like the flame to cover the whole pan. And when you have the heat lower, the circumference of the flame doesn't reach the edges.
It does though. So the material of the pan absorbs the heat and it does disperse it.
I'm telling you, your average folk don't know this.
Come on, guys. Well, like sure, the center will undeniably like by the laws of physics be hotter, but the whole thing's still hot.
Yeah.
Think about when you touch the side of a pot. when you're just having it on a low simmer. Like it absorbs heat. It's meant to be like.
Right. No, yeah, you're right. I mean, hey, this week has been life-changing.
Like when you cook eggs and it gets stuck to the side of the pan.
Right.
It's because the side of the pan's hot.
I sauteed onions and sweet peppers the other night.
God, it was actually so good, you guys.
So good. And I really got like a nice caramelization and like everything was really soft and all the flavors blended together.
And they stayed there.
Yes.
It wasn't like, ooh, this is just only absorbed the salt because I scorched it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's literally science.
That was a good takeaway from last week.
I'm so proud of you. I forget the sauce I got. Garlic something from Trader Joe's, but it's like an Indian spice sauce. It's so fucking good, you guys. What else? What type of week have I had? I feel like I've been kind of lazy.
That partly could be because of me, because all I do when I'm sick is just lay on the couch.
Our whole house, yeah, like you and I both having an overlap sickness has been kind of lazy. However, also it's National Podcast Day. You guys are gonna you guys are hearing this on Monday, but today is Thursday the 30th, and my mom texted me happy National Podcast Day. So
sick. Thanks.
Cheers. But I need to listen to this podcast. Liza sent it to me. She said, or it's called, the title of it is called, "Is it laziness or a sign that you need to slow down?" She said, "Yo, this is one of my best, most concise info-packed podcasts. This episode specifically spoke to my own anxiety limits and health boundaries and explains why it's important to embrace all of them, especially in the workplace, but also in the world place. I highly recommend listening to this puppy, a super easy one to listen to on a walk."
Ooh.
So I need to listen to that.
Wait, what's the podcast?
Let me look at the name, like the people's Life Kit.
Love
I've
that.
never heard of this. So shout out to Life Kit. Yeah. Oh my God. The most recent episode. It's FAFSA time. Here's how to apply for college financial aid.
Okay.
Triggered.
Okay. Here's the thing.
What?
FITM. So we both went to FITM, and they almost make it too easy to apply for FAFSA, because I swear to God, it was like they emailed over some forms. I filled out these forms and sent them back. And it was like all of a sudden I had student loans.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden my parents had student loans.
Mm-hmm.
And like I didn't understand a single bit of it
either.
But now I'm paying back like over $1,000 a month in student loans. Yeah. And it's like they need to have way more informational like fucking seminars and or just something.
Awareness. I didn't even know what it was. And like you said it perfect. They make it just like, oh, it's almost like they're like, okay, and sign here and sign here and sign here, and you're just like, okay, like and waiting for an explanation.
And you have to do it to go to school,
right? Because unless you're able to pay $30,000 a fucking quarter out of your pocket, that's crazy. Go you, but like, it's just way too easy. And I know it's not just FITM that makes that easy. There's
no, and it's like when you're applying to go to school, you have thousands of forms on top of it. So this is just like buried in between you going to school in general.
Yeah.
So it's like, so the fact that they have a podcast episode about it, sick. I want to listen to it.
I'm not going to listen to it at all. I don't care to hear about it anymore, but you guys should, if you are in the process of like applying for schools and stuff, just know what you're signing before you sign it. Like you're going to get butt fucked. It's just going to happen either way, but at least be aware of how you're getting butt fucked.
Right. Life Kit.
How deep.
That's cool.
Life Kit. Yeah. I'll listen to that.
I have a cool, just quick 2 minutes. Why are you looking at me like that?
What is it?
I have a cool new pickup line.
Oh, yes.
We went to a house party a little bit ago. And
right before this. That's what it sounded like a few hours ago. This morning.
No, a couple weekends ago. Oh, I was talking to this guy. No, wait, I was talking to our friend group, and then I turn around and there's this really cute guy, and I like kind of like I turned this way and I tapped on his shoulder and I was like, "Hey, I was gonna wear that outfit," and he was like, "Hold on, I ain't never heard that before." Got his number, and then. So glad. And then a couple hours later, I did it again to someone else.
I think to him. I was like, Alex.
No. No. I kind of want to, like, when he said that, first of all, I don't know, like, why those words came out of my mouth.
It just, like, flowed.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe I'm onto something. So I tried it again to, like, this really cute guy who was sitting in the kitchen. And I was like, "Ooh, I like your jacket." He's like, "Thank you." And I was like, I was going to wear the same thing. And he was like, "You have this jacket?" I was like, "No, but it's sick. And if I had it, I'd wear it." And he was like, shit. We like got to talking, like normal conversation.
God, that's so
got
good.
his number 2. So if you ever need like a good glass breaker, is that what it's called?
Icebreaker. Just blood everywhere. Glass.
Icebreaker. Or if you want to meet new people, tell them that you were gonna wear what they're wearing.
Is there a way we could translate this on a dating app? Like a specific picture, and you're like,
okay,
I have that outfit. That's a good one.
So you know the guy I showed you him a little bit ago. He was wearing
Suits?
like this. No. Oh, love him. He was wearing this really big, oversized jacket. It's like huge.
Yes,
the
like
red
funny.
puffer.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I messaged him and I said, oh my God, I'm wearing that right now.
It just makes people like it's so effortless for you. It makes them the slightest bit uncomfortable where they're immediately
like,
vulnerable.
wait, yes.
Immediately like they have to just like guard down.
And they're like, hold on, you have this?
Yeah.
Because you're so confident in saying that, like,
Because it's such a normal thing if it was the truth.
right. But maybe I'm just a pathological liar.
Oh, I am for sure. So I support this.
Water.
Oh, do you want
Is that
some?
your water?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I have my own.
I've been not drinking any water. This is all the water I've had today, guys. This is like,
Come on.
I have not been drinking water for like a long time now. Anyway, let's get
Should we
into
get into
shit.
it?
Let's get into shit. Well, before that, what are you wearing? What's your song of the day?
Nothing special. I'm not wearing anything special. Good old Walmart crew neck. These socks actually.
Oh my God, I thought the yellow on your tip of your toe was like something. I was like, ew.
Sorry. These are Brandy socks from like 2013,
Those are cute.
2014. So yeah. And I have little clippies in my hair.
They're cute. Very like Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
Addams Family. Speaking of Addams Family, it's October. By the time they listen to this, it's October.
Oh, I was like, no, it's not.
That's so cool. Well, today's the last day of not October.
My birthday month's over.
Sorry.
Shit.
Now it's Leanna's.
Oh yeah.
And Kim Kardashian's. They have the same birthday. Speaking of Halloween, I'm wearing a spooky shirt because I thought 'tis the season. This is a Fright Fresh shirt from like 2018, 2019. Remember we went to Six Flags in Vallejo?
No,
And I
that's
bought
from
this. I swear it was there.
Yes, that's where you got it from. But it's when we went for Leanna's birthday, like 2019. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, because it wasn't 2020. Was it 2020?
No.
No.
Because it was shut down.
Right.
Would have been shut down at least. Yeah, spooky. It glows in the dark. And then I'm wearing black socks because they're spooky.
Actually, when we went, that was like one of the first times you saw Tanner in a really long time.
That was.
Remember his haircut?
No.
It was just so short. Now his hair is really long.
Do you remember when he used to brush his hair?
That's what it, yeah, that's
and like
what it was.
Didn't, because like Tanner has like nice curly hair.
Yeah.
Like very, very, like very curly. And he used to brush through it. And then like,
cut it short.
yeah, it's
None
just
of
like
you guys care.
No, literally nobody cares. Because they're like, who's Tanner? They don't even know. They don't even know what he looks like. So like us talking about his
Right.
appearance. Literally,
Also for new people, fuck, I'm sorry.
oh my God.
Welcome.
Just ask your partner next to you in class. Song of the day.
Ooh, mine is also, guys, we figured out today.
Oh my God. I'll take responsibility.
Okay,
for
I was gonna
this.
say, should we keep it neutral here or what?
Well, you know,
Because it's both of our faults.
I was gonna say you didn't hold me accountable.
Right, and I could have been doing it too.
Fair. So we
realized that we have not been adding any of season 2 songs to Apple.
Every time I add it,
Music.
I only add it to Spotify because I only use Spotify. So the Apple playlist is
Blank.
Probably
has, like-
maybe has one week's worth.
Wow.
Maybe.
Okay, so we'll update that. Sorry, guys.
Will we though? You know?
No, we will. Yes, we will.
Will you?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have everything up to date on both Apple Music and Spotify. All these songs that we say, which is Oddvice Podcast Season 2 songs.
My song of the day is "Ain't Together" by King Princess.
I love King Princess. She's fucking badass.
This is really cool. There's a line that says, like we say, "I love you, but we ain't together," and I was like, "Ouch." Because I like. Why is that funny?
It's just like that line is kind of basic. Like it's also the whole song.
Right, yeah. It's literally like the title
I
of the
thought
song.
it was gonna there's a part of the song where she says we're not together.
It's just like right in the heart.
So the whole song does that to you.
Yeah, I like the meaning. But it's about how she's like, let's just like cut the bullshit and like get together. I don't necessarily like identify with that, but I like I'll tell you when
King
you're older.
Princess is great.
She's good. What's your song of the day?
My song of the day is Music Sounds Better With You by Neil Francis. You know it.
I swear this was already a song of the day.
Not mine.
Neil Princess?
Neil Francis.
Oh. I'm thinking King Princess.
Guys, we're super giggly today, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Okay, there's a song of the day that'll be on Spotify and Apple Music at some point. Before we get into everything, we're actually going to take a quick break for our sponsors. The reason we eat. And the lights are on.
So our first sponsor today is Bev, and Bev is a canned wine company that's female owned, operated, and founded. They're just fucking badass.
Yeah.
We had Bree here this past week, our friend Bree, if you saw last week's episode, and we went out a couple nights, and our pregame, we were like, fuck it, let's do wine. So we did these canned wines, and they're like super fizzy and fun, and it was like a really fun way to get into our night.
For sure. I feel like pre-gaming with wine is definitely an underrated thing.
Yes.
It's people think like, oh, like I'm just gonna like wind in, but no, I think it's so good for like a party. Like it's a fun drunk.
Especially like I realized, especially like in a can. I feel like when you're holding a wine glass, it's like exactly.
Yes.
So the fact that it's in a can, I felt like I was drinking like
a seltzer, like a spiked seltzer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like super casual and like I felt like I could like party, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I also appreciate that, like, when you open a bottle of wine, now the bottle's open.
Yes.
The cans, it's like, you don't have to worry about glasses. Like, you open it, you drink it yourself. Like, there's no mess. It's easier to store, like, just little tiny cans in your fridge. It's really good.
You can recycle it.
My favorite is the Pinot Gris. Definitely. What's your favorite?
The Sauvignon Blanc. I'm allergic to red wine, so I always go for whites, and I'm really glad this one hit because like I don't have a lot of options when it comes to that. So the Sauvignon Blanc is so fire.
They also have a rosé, a Pinot Noir, and then a Glitz and Glam. Haven't tried that one though.
Yeah.
No, so cute. Packaging's really cute too. Also, each can is 0 sugar, 3 carbs, and 100 calories, so you don't feel as bad.
Yeah, the sugars always like get to me.
Oh yeah, that's the epitome of a hangover, you guys. Can we all just talk about that? Like, it's sugar.
Yeah.
So if you could stay away from sugar, you're usually good the next day.
Sick.
But don't let the low calorie and sugar count fool you. Each can is actually worth a glass and a half of wine. So like, turn the fuck up.
Yeah, the 24 packs is actually equal to 8 bottles of wine.
It's fucking crazy to me.
So much. But the 4 packs are like super cute for gifting. A little,
or just like pack. You're going to a pregame.
Yeah,
like
you don't want to bring it to like a picnic date.
So cute.
4-pack.
So cute.
Cute.
Bev also ships straight to your doorstep, and shipping is always free.
Nice.
And if you need it now and you don't care to get it delivered, they also sell in Target, Total Wine, Bevmo, and so many more locations. If you guys want to check it out, we've worked out a special deal for our listeners. Receive 20% off your first purchase, plus free shipping on all orders. We suggest trying their best-selling Ladies Night variety pack so you can check out all their delicious varieties. Go to drinkbev.com/Oddvice or use code Oddvice at checkout to claim this deal. That's drinkbev.com/Oddvice.
Thanks, Bev.
This podcast is also sponsored by BetterHelp. So let's talk therapy. We talk about this every episode, you guys. And therapy is very intimidating. I get it. We get it. It could be hard to take, the initiative to even find a therapist or to go in and be face to face with somebody, a stranger, if that. It could be really, really scary. So BetterHelp is amazing because it's professional therapy done online securely from the comfort of your own home or anywhere you want to bring your laptop, I guess.
Yeah. What's great about BetterHelp is they offer services worldwide and they have a broad range of expertise that you might not find locally. So that's like a great option.
For sure.
Also, if you find that you're not a match with your first therapist, it's super easy and free to switch therapists if you need to.
That's really nice because finding your therapist is hard alone and it could be so hard and like
you don't want to
almost
feel
like you feel guilty.
Yeah,
if
you don't want to
leave.
feel stuck with someone.
Yeah, I love
if
that.
they're not a fit.
Yep. Another really cool benefit is it's not just one time a week at a certain hour. You can really message your therapist at any time and they get back to you in a timely manner. And above all, it's way more affordable than traditional offline therapy. And there's also financial aid available, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's great. Visit betterhelp.com/Oddvice, that's HELP, and join over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
This is a special offer for Oddvice listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Oddvice. Thanks, BetterHelp.
Go to therapy.
All right, everybody. Let's talk about some shit.
Okay. As you can tell by the title, we're going to talk a little bit about social media.
Chung media.
The effect it has on mental health, the realistic side of professionals in the space, a little bit of everything. We kind of just, we're about to vibe right now.
Yeah, we, as always, don't have like a full map out for this episode, but we're just going to talk about it because it's something I think we could both talk on very easily. I think a lot of people can talk about social media now. It's such a part of our humanity.
Oh my God, there's a bug.
Oh my God, there's a bug. Anyway, I'm surprised we haven't had a social media episode, actually. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough. I think because honestly, not that I'm not excited for this episode. I'm actually very excited for this episode, but I don't like to talk about social media.
Yeah.
Like, when people like ask, I'm just like, I have to live it all the time. Like, so I've really enjoyed how we've made this podcast more like worldly, like emotional, just bigger.
Outside of very surface level things, but
like, it's honestly, social media is not even that surface level anymore, which we'll get into. Like, it has deeply affected the human mind so much more than just like Visco.
Right.
So it's worth talking about. And we asked you guys on Discord, and was it Ashley who it was, I forget who, but somebody suggested this, and I was like, this is such a good topic. So let's talk social media. Okay, so this podcast topic came at a very like kind of perfect time. A couple days ago, I posted on my personal YouTube channel. I did a little revamp of our half bath.
Oh, you guys, God, it's so cute.
It's so cute. Please go watch it if you haven't already. Like, it's so fucking cute. But fun video. It was sponsored. The video is sponsored. A lot of my videos are sponsored, and let me just read the comment and I'll get into the explanation here. But I got a comment, and it was just one of those days where I was like, I'm going to respond to this one. Like, sometimes I get comments, and honestly, 90% of the time I get comments and I just read them and I scroll by. But this one I was like, I think I need to actually stand my ground here. Mm-hmm. So the comment reads, I feel like you only make videos when you get a sponsorship, LOL. I said, I don't know how much this will make sense typed out, but you're not wrong. I've had a creative burnout for years now, and I tend to only feel motivated and validated in the quality of my content when I'm given a structure, like a brand deal with certain guidelines. I try every day to think of new ideas, but often fall short when my confidence steps in. I wish I had the confidence to just vlog my day-to-day and whatnot, but I feel like all my ideas aren't good enough. Also, this is not a this is not a self-pity cry whatsoever, just giving insight to where I'm at creatively. Thank you for your support either way. They responded very nice. They said, I understand. I'm sorry if I came off wrong. I'm a stranger, so the fact that you took time to write out how you feel so your audience can understand speaks volumes. I hope you know that regardless of what you put out into the world, your mark will always remain. You don't need validation from myself or anyone for that matter. You have already made that mark. Keep striving, and I hope that soon you feel the motivation you felt in the past. Have a great day. Stay up. Such a nice comment back. That was actually really well written. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I chose to respond to this, I'll categorize it, this hate or this negative comment, because like I said, I actually had a perspective that I felt I need to share. I actually have even thought about like maybe even doing like a dedicated video to it and kind of just like speaking out, because I know I'm not alone. Mm-hmm. Like, I read it to my friend Lily, who's also in the creator space, and she was like, dude, you worded it perfectly. I think it is a common thing you see, especially nowadays, that the social media creator is an occupation. You see a lot of just sponsored videos. It is our livelihood. I make zero money off YouTube. My AdSense is so low, it doesn't even pay for like fucking groceries. Like I don't make money on YouTube because my content, probably because I cuss, probably because I talk about weed, and it's all things that I could edit out and make money for, but then I wouldn't be giving you guys me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this so many times, it's gonna get fucking annoying. This whole episode is not a pity cry. Anything I talk about with my perspective of my job, good or bad, is not for pity. It is not for praise. I'm just giving you insight on my reality. Anyway, I decided to respond to this comment because I actually had something to say. And I was explaining it to Alex too, because Alex is so used to me just being like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna respond. But I responded because I'm finally at a point where like, it doesn't hurt me anymore. These comments from exterior forces, whether it's something about something physical, just any criticism, I genuinely don't care anymore. I used to say I didn't care, but I still did. But now I actually have an open mind to it. But I responded because I was like, maybe, just maybe, I can show this person the emotion and the humanity behind
a screen.
Behind my, reasoning or whatever, that my comment back, whatever you want to call it, and kind of hold a mirror to them for them to see the, what their actions, what they think, like, I can't even think, like
the fact that you do see it.
Right. And what they thought that comment would do, and maybe just explain my side, because like, even before that comment, that's something that I literally every time I put out a sponsored anything, I have guilt. I'm like, oh my God, people are going to be like, oh my God, like stupid. She only does sponsored
But
shit.
I will say, like, the content you integrate with sponsorships, which is like, sometimes it's not integrated well at all by other creators. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's really good. And I feel like the fact that you completely redid our whole house, and like, that could have been a video on its own, but you just so happened to have a sponsorship that helped you with a small portion of redoing our room. Right. Like, you're yes. Like, I want you to know that like the content that you put out there, even if it is sponsored, it's still very much you. Yeah. Like, you showed your creativity, you showed your ability to change a space. Mm-hmm. Like, you showed our reactions, you showed a lot more about you than just like, hey, this is a brand. Yeah. Thank you. I also, and we can move on to the next subject after this. I feel like it's not, I want to talk about other people's relationship with social media too, but on my personal platform, and us as a duo on Oddvice, everything about us only takes sponsorships that are true to us. Yes. This is not a flex. This is not anything other than just giving you insight. I have turned down hundreds of thousands of dollars because I'm like, yeah, you have budget, but like, I'm not going to promote something I just don't believe in, because people see through that. Yeah. You guys see through it. I know you do. Like, more and more every day now that the social media influencer is becoming a population itself. Like, I know people see through it. And I'm not putting down creators that do that. A lot of people look at social media as a job, and it is. And they look at it as a way to get that check and kind of a character they put on. A lot of people treat social media as a version of themselves. I personally do not, so I'm speaking on me. It is me. My job is so unfiltered me, while it's also the way I make money. Yeah. So that's why I never treat it as like a monetization That's
platform.
What led you to comment back to this person, is because the comment in general is assuming that you don't live by that rule. Right. And it's like, hold on. You've only showed your true raw self on the internet.
That's the only rule I live by, is authenticity.
So I feel like it's good that you stepped in and said that, and maybe gave some insight that the things that other people say on the internet, like, and leave comments, could be wrong. And the fact that you took it, like luckily you are in the place where you can read a comment like that and like very thoughtfully write, like type out how you're feeling. But like some people would take those comments like so to heart and like completely shut down and like can't handle that kind of hate on the internet.
Let's talk about that. I mean, I've been there. I was only there freaking 20 minutes ago. Like it's very, very relatively recent that I'm able to just read things and not internalize them. But it's also normal and human to take things to heart, and it does hurt. And this isn't me saying like, come comment shit because it's not gonna hurt me, because please don't. It's still gonna hurt me if there's too much. But like people who aren't even creators, there's a lot of cyberbullying for just people on social media, period. There's a lot of confidence behind the keyboard that these trolls have, and people really need to understand the gravity of even a typed out sentence. And it's this weird thing because a really, really common argument I see from the, lack of a better word, the bully side is like, well, you put it out there so I can say what I want about it. Okay. I do kind of get that. To an extent, sure. Freedom of speech, you plead it, whatever.
But if you
like, why do you need
like,
to say it?
You, like, if you don't, the thing is like, is talking specifically like a YouTube video, for example. Yeah. If you don't like something,
just don't watch it.
Just don't watch it.
Right.
Just don't watch it. Like, you don't go to a movie and like yell at the screen like, yo, this fucking sucks. I hate this movie. Wouldn't you, like, if you hated a movie that bad, wouldn't you get up and walk out of the movie theater?
Right. I've done that.
Exactly. Yeah. You wouldn't message the director.
But some people would, Alex. Especially with social media, because now you can message a director. You can quite literally like
DM a director of a movie and be like, yo, your work sucks. God. You know,
I that sigh right there was just kind of exhaustion, because in a way, like, it's never going to stop. The hate's never going to stop. But that's why we want to talk about it, because I think maybe we can give ways to not let it affect you as much, because the haters are always going to be there, no matter the industry too. No matter what, life is going to be, you know, there's going to be a portion of people who just want to bring you down. But
what's your peach quote?
He could be the sweetest peach in the world, but there's still going to be somebody who doesn't like peaches.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
You could not like peaches, but maybe don't scream at the top of your lungs, I hate peaches.
Just agree to disagree. I think...
Just don't touch the peach.
Just don't... Literally just like move on from the fucking peach tree. Yep. Is it a tree? Or is it bushes?
Tree.
I don't know.
That's a street name for sure.
Peachtree. Yeah, Peachtree Lane. Oh my God. Somebody who lives on that is watching this and they're like, close their laptop. They're like, fuck. So something that we could say to kind of help with like taking those hateful comments, and we're breaking the narrative of just an influencer now, just from your bully or from anybody online.
Getting hate from anything.
Yeah, it's really hard to read, because in a way, like, you can avoid confrontation in person. If you know somebody's about to start talking to you, you can plug your fucking ears. You can walk away. Online, it's posted. You kind of read it, and it's one of those things where you're almost like, I wish I didn't read that. I wish I didn't read that, but you already did, and your brain already took it in. At the end of the day, just the trolls and shit, I've just got to the point where I'm like, they quite literally like know nothing about me.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about them, and it's just a reflection of them. This is so oversaid though, which is kind of annoying, but it's so true. Like, projection is such a thing.
Well, and one thing that I find that's really helped me like take the validity away from troll comments is I feel most, if not every time that you respond or I respond to hate, they'll come back immediately and say, I'm sorry, I didn't think you'd read that.
Even the one I just read, like, granted, that response back was actually really, really nice. And like, I love that person. I have all love for that person. But I've had things where it's like, oh my God, I didn't know you'd respond. I love you. And I'm like, thank you for your support, but like, why did you say that then?
Yeah.
A lot of it is for reaction. So if that alone can kind of help tailor your reaction back, don't give them what they want.
Yeah. Don't give them what they want. And if you know that in your head, like, they're looking for a reaction out of me, they're only saying this because they think I'm not going to see it.
Yep.
And they're here, so they support me in some capacity.
Right.
Like that kind of chips away at the validity of the actual comment itself.
Right.
So that's something that like I've kept in my head when I get any kind of like, you talk in circles or you say like a lot, and like
Oh
I fucking do.
We say like so much. Like we should do a like count. I just said it 3 times. Like let's do it again. We get it. I literally don't give a fuck. We're born and raised in California. Can't help it. I love that though. I almost sometimes I get the ick where I'm like, ew, they literally were sat there and like typed that out, and then we're like,
yeah,
can we like backspace, like rewrite that? Like they literally went.
You were probably like eating a chip, and like your mom probably like called your name when you did that,
and you're typing a hate comment. Like, just don't watch the fucking video. Unfollow the person. The unfollow button and the mute button, like that is a magic wand in this world nowadays.
Mute. Don't be afraid to mute people.
Don't be afraid to mute. Let's talk about curating your feed and like maybe not following the things that might make you feel bad. And like a big thing for me is making like, I don't do it anymore, but there was a point where I was following women specifically with like these itty bitty like Laguna Beach ass bodies, and I was like, and it made
motivation. No,
because their skeletons didn't even look like mine. They were also fucking 5'11",
right,
and like a completely different nationality than me,
and
a
on
different
top of
diet than me.
It's social media, so the chances that it was edited are very high.
Probably 99.9% chance
that it's edited.
Yes.
So looking at these things that you're like following it and you're like, oh, this is my dream body. This is going to be my motivation. I'm going to hang this up in my room. For that split second, yeah, it might be your motivation, but come the next day when you wake up and you look at it and then you realize like, hold on, that's not my body. You're only going to like turn that negativity in on yourself.
Yep.
And you're going to spit mean hate at yourself and say, why am I not like this? Why don't I look like that? How come I'm not doing these things to look like that? And it's like, that's no longer motivate. That's the opposite of motivation.
Polar opposite. It's so important to, you know, if you feel poisoned by social media often, but you also know you like, okay, like so many people, when I say like, ugh, sometimes I just hate social media, they're like, why don't you just get off? Even if I wasn't a creator, like generally speaking, social media is a part of like society now. Mm-hmm. And it's
we all have to get used to it.
Yeah. It's a way to get news. A lot of jobs use it. The internet in general is something that you at least want to be a little sound with. And obviously all of you guys listening are, because you're probably listening on a streaming platform or watching on YouTube. Hello. But I bring this up because so many people are like, just like shut it out then. I don't think cold turkey, this is a very general statement because this isn't necessarily apply to everything, but generally I don't think cold turkey is a good way to cut out anything. I think can be a form of running away sometimes, but like that's another thing. So curating your feed is a way to still stay involved in something, because there's also so many beautiful parts about social media. There's so much fun. The humor on TikTok, it just makes you laugh all night. Like there's pop culture trends that are hilarious, like all that. There's so much beauty too, connecting with people across the world, and like there's so much beauty in that. So I think there's no need to throw it away completely. And
well, it's just unrealistic.
Exactly. It's unrealistic. So curating your feeds to things that are healthy and empowering.
Make you smile.
Make you laugh. Remind you of so-and-so.
Look at it as like, if we're fucking talking TikTok, look at it as your For You page.
Yes.
Like every time I'm sitting next to Brie, I realize her whole feed is dogs.
Yes, it is.
Her whole
God,
feed
it is
dogs.
Literally is.
And that makes her happy. And it's her. And it makes fucking sense.
Yes.
And then like I look at your feed and it's all cooking and it's
Pete Davidson edits.
Right.
Makes me happy.
To make your like, think of social media or anything on the internet or your phone or people you follow or contacts that you are still in touch with.
Yeah.
Make sure it's actually for you and not like who you think you might want to be or
who you should be
right
listening or looking at or supporting.
Right. That's another thing. Like big people in the social space who have a shit ton of followers, and then you meet someone and they don't know who they are, and you're like, what? How do you not know them? They're all over social media, but it's like
not my social media.
Right. And not every fucking person has to follow that person.
Yes, that's a whole other thing. There's so much entitlement in this space where people are like, you don't know who I am. And it's like, no, I don't. And don't take that offensively, but I'm just not your consumer.
Yep.
And that's okay. I still love you though. Oh God, that's a whole other subject. Yeah, I love that. I think I loved how you brought like the tech of the For You page, but in real life, like even past social media. You're right. Even the posters you hang on your wall, people you talk to. I think that's so smart. That's something that Instagram does not do.
No.
TikTok does it really well. My Explore page is like, doesn't really make that much sense, to be honest.
So I notice I get a lot of Friends stuff.
Of course you do.
From the show Friends. But recently, I haven't really talked about this, but I have always wanted to get my lips done. Mm-hmm. And because when I smile, my upper lip tucks under, and it's an insecurity of mine. Mm-hmm. I've thought about a lip flip. I've thought about injections, whatever.
Yep.
And I've been looking at companies in LA, literally just like companies in LA.
Right.
And now my whole Explore page is before and afters of plastic surgery.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's like, and now like I look at these and I'm like, shit, do I need a nose job?
No.
I know, but it's like this is the rabbit hole that Instagram puts you in.
Yeah.
Is you look at one company of shoes and now you're looking at like your whole feed is this one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it takes so much to change it. So recently I've been going, like I said, I have like some Friends edits in my Explore page. So I'll go and I'll click on them and like I'll go through so that more and more of that pops up. So just like curate your feed to be the good side of it.
Yep. I know TikTok, you can do this. You can do this on Instagram too. If you like hold down a post, you can say like not interested in this type of content.
Yeah.
Love that. You can block words from your feed. Love that. I have that. Like it's so, the tools are there. You just got to learn how to use them. And the Instagram thing though, I think TikTok is so clearly a unedited, funny, raw, like off the cuff app. Not even just in its humor, even like singing videos. People are just like sitting on their bed or in their car. There's literally, I've seen TikToks of people having like anxiety attacks, and it's about spreading awareness about it. And I love it.
It's so raw.
And I love that TikTok really pushes that. But Instagram still doesn't. I feel like Instagram still has that like perfect edited mentality, so they push you things that are still more mainstream.
Right.
They don't really care to push something, because we've all seen the TikToks on our For You page that have like 14 likes, and you don't follow the person, but it's like, I appreciate that they're still pushing like smaller accounts and things that it doesn't matter how liked or viewed it is, it's just relevant to your algorithm.
Right.
I think that's so great.
And you know,
Instagram doesn't do that.
Well, on Instagram now, they're starting to put people that you don't follow in your regular feed.
Yes.
Not even Explore page, in your actual feed.
I noticed that. I was like, I follow this person, and then you don't.
No, it's not even sponsored. It's just like a random post. And it's like, why are you pushing this to me?
Yeah.
What's your like, what do you think I want to see, and how can I change what I'm doing on the internet to give you the correct information that is going to push something that will actually make me happy?
Yep. With that, the reason behind so much of the algorithm on any app is money. They want to push
brands,
things, and people with high influence that might have something coming out in a few weeks that will push to you and you'll go buy it. It's all about money. And I wish whoever had the magic wand for social media can edit the algorithm in a way where I understand it's a very like big monetary platform. It's like I said, it's how I make my money. It's how we make money on this. Like,
We're not
I'm not
discrediting
saying
that.
No, that doesn't need to go away. It's a full job in itself. It's jobs beyond the creator too. Management, marketing agencies that have a full social media department. Like, it has given so many jobs to the world, and I don't think it should go away. I just think we, as humans and as CEOs, they need to also realize how much social media has impacts emotionally and to the brain and just like mental health wise, and maybe just take that into consideration a little bit and stop trying to push things that quite literally have nothing to do with the consumer.
You know,
It could be toxic.
this is making me think, this is why Facebook has been so successful for so long, because they're so community driven, and it's all about like groups that you follow. It's all about people that you're friends with. So like, when
I don't go on Facebook at all, but to your point, like, they own Instagram, then fucking move that over.
Right. But like, maybe they're trying to keep it separate. Maybe they're drawing this line and making that line thicker for a reason.
Okay.
Facebook is like the bigger community. It's all about like, if you become friends with someone, you're like, you can follow people on Facebook, but like your feed is full of like who you're friends with. So like, I request to be your friend on Facebook, and we're both each other's friends. So like, I can like follow big influencers, but my everyday feed is only who I'm friends with.
Oh, so it's two different meanings.
Yes.
A follower and a friend.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So
I
it's
would love if
separate.
Instagram, kind of like close friends.
Yes.
Close friends story. I wish there was a close friends feed.
Yes.
TikTok there is.
Is
You know
there?
that? You can post things to just your friends. Like full ass TikToks to just your friends.
See,
Come
why
on,
is it
IG?
like, yeah.
I'm over this shit.
And the thing is like, we're kind of hounding Instagram right now because it is the biggest platform.
for our generation.
Right. For our, yes, heavily for our generation.
So I was thinking about something earlier too, where like we're talking about social media as a very like organic, being authentic thing. We're talking about the people who edit the pictures and all that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. And hear me out on this. I'm not talking about the impact of what those things do to other people, but the act itself of releasing this curated feed and this perfect feed. Obviously it depends person to person, because there's some people who do it out of love of aesthetics, and there's some people who do it because they're so out of touch of their own reality that they want to just put out this perfect edited face.
They're obsessed with what other
the
people,
validation.
yeah,
It's really hard to
think
know
of them.
Right. It's hard to know like person to person what their intention is behind that. However, something to take into consideration is some people do look at social media, especially creators. Some creators, some people look at social media as a form of expression. And I've even heard from people, creators say like, yeah, I do put out only the good shit because that's what Instagram is for me. And you have to kind of respect that.
100%.
You know, like when themes used to be a big thing.
Yeah.
Like
and
that.
like the colored like
Right.
feed.
Yes, like full aesthetics was such a big thing in like 2016, 2017, as we all remember. And that, like, there was fun and beauty and innocence behind that. And I think there's health behind that. And there's, like, that's okay to do. It's just, I think I'm just saying this point is maybe like, if you're somebody who's like a product of taking in those beautiful facades as like a hit to yourself for not being like good enough, try and remember like, hold on, that might be what they're posting, but that's not their reality, because I'm telling you, it's not. Like, even being an authentic creator, and a lot of my peers are really authentic creators, even the shit you see on my Instagram is not authentic. There's so many pictures that I'm sitting on my couch having the shittiest day ever, and I just post it because I'm like, I just want to like feel productive, because like posting on Instagram to me is a form of productivity.
Yeah.
And like, even that's what I'm trying to say here is like, even your most authentic faves still post on shit days, but still looks like it's an okay to great day. I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. Just,
It's such like a one-sided window.
yeah, it's
Wait, no, double-sided mirror.
one-sided window.
Double-sided mirror is what I meant to say.
Gotcha. I think it's at the end of it, like, we're never going to be able to control how we want it. Like what we just preached about Facebook, all that. There's so many people that would totally see the other side of that and be like, no, it needs to be like, it's the new billboard of today. It's the new news of today, which is all true too. So there's so much argument here, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So let's definitely set that up for Friday's episode for the Patreon exclusive, or just down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. But I say all this because at the end of the day, all you can do is protect yourself.
Yes.
So just however you look at it, just remember to protect your energy and your response to it. And that's all you can do. That's all you really do have control of.
Right. To kind of shift gears a little bit, we got a comment on Patreon. It was a question, and we talked about it in Friday's episode. Someone had asked if I ever got jealous of your work schedule and like you having more of a lenient work schedule. And it was kind of interesting because yes, it's really fucking cool that you have a super lenient work schedule. But I think, and this is an assumption on my part, but I think where that comes from, the question in general, is that you get to work whenever you want, and you also don't have to work whenever you don't want.
Right.
But that's false.
So false.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like,
yeah. Well, answer your side of it, because the question was to you.
Okay.
So people who didn't hear the answer on Friday's episode.
Right. So at first I said, yeah, it's really cool that you don't have to work. You can wake up in the morning and like you can have your normal day, and like you don't have to clock in and clock out as you will. Yeah. Whereas I work a standard 8 to 5. But then I was like, as I started to like go through my answer, I was like, wait, but I work better on an 8 to 5 schedule. I'm lucky that I get to walk into work, get my head into work mode, and then walk out of work and not think about work again. Mm-hmm. I'm a very structured person, and I'm very thankful that my work schedule matches that, because I feel like I wouldn't be productive if it weren't for that. And we talked a little bit about going on vacation, and how if I'm planning on going on a taking 2 weeks off at some point in the coming months. And when I take those 2 weeks off, I have to request them, and yes, they have to be approved, and I have to work ahead of time to make sure I have all my things in line before I take those 2 weeks off. But once I take those 2 weeks off, I clock out. I don't think about work for those full 2 weeks, and then I clock back in after my 2-week vacation that I went on and not had to like worry about work. And then I get back into work. Yeah. But if you decide to take a 2-week vacation, your work doesn't stop.
No. So the grass definitely isn't greener. Like when we were answering this question on that episode, like
at first, everything on the other side always looks prettier, and you always want what you don't have. But like, there's...
Sorry, what?
No, I was going to say there's good and bad to both sides. And I feel like for the influencer space specifically, a lot of people don't see the bad.
Not at all, because we don't put it out there. But a little bit of insight, like back to the vacation analogy. Sure, tomorrow I can wake up and go somewhere if I want. But it's never, again, none of this is a pity thing. I'm just giving you guys insight.
And someone fucking asked.
True. It's not like I go and I'm just on vacation, not thinking about anything. With social media as your job, it's 24/7. There's days where, sure, I might not be doing anything. Like today I woke up, I went to Pilates, I went and got lunch with a friend. But then I got home, recorded an episode, came here, recorded this episode. When I go home, I need to edit that one to post tonight. Like I'll probably be up to like 1 a.m., which is fine. That's just the type of night I'm going to have. Or there's days where I wake up super early because I need to get something in before like 11. There's so much inconsistency to where like, yes, there's flexibility as far as like I don't have to clock in, clock out. But I also never get to clock out, period.
Right.
Ever. And another question Alex asked me as a follow-up to that was like, okay, but have you ever thought about like just going and like actually not doing work and taking a trip and actually like not looking at the email, all that? I can't. I mean, sure, I can. I can if I really wanted to. You could do anything if you really wanted to. But something I would consider that I probably wouldn't
it would sway you
gamble,
to not. Yeah.
Because I'll get into that in a sec, but something I would consider is like if a brand hits me up or hits my manager up and is like, hey, we want to do this deal for this much, send us a creative by 4 p.m. today. If you don't send that creative in time, they're moving on to the next person and you've now lost that opportunity. And a lot of this industry is, you know, off the cuff connections, doing things at strategic timing for your brand as a whole. Like it's very like on your toes the whole time. So that's something I would potentially forfeit if I did decide to take time off when I don't necessarily need to. So for example, next week or 2 weeks, I'm going to New York by myself. I decided to take a solo trip. I like to do that every once in a while, especially New York. It's so fun. It's so fun alone. It's like main character vibe. And I'm so fucking excited, but part of me is also like, damn, I should probably vlog it. Like it's probably going to be a really cool trip. And last time I went, I vlogged it and people did really like it. But then I'm also like, you're going because you want to decompress on a solo trip. So don't work. But then I'm also like, I should because it's a great video and it's part of my life. And I wouldn't be able to do it without vlogging in my job and this whole space. So I also feel like I need to, like, it's like a duty. Excuse me, I'm burping. Yeah, it's this. Now I'm just kind of like stream of consciousness. You guys are seeing like the way my brain goes in this stuff. But the grass is not greener. The if I can lay it out black and white, which I technically can, this is such a big subject, but to give you insight in my opinion, I did work the 9 to 5. I was in the corporate world for years, like 3-4 years, right out of what's the word?
High school.
Oh my God, I couldn't think of the fucking word. Like all of college, like I've had the 9 to 5 jobs, the salary jobs, and generally very, actually kind of not that generally, very literally speaking, my mental health was so much better when I had the 9 to 5. The structure, like at least for me, but I do feel like generally humans, like you hear like self-help books and like the most successful people, like structure is something that the human mind does really thrive with. Structure, repetition, habitual things. It's something you thrive with, and it's something you don't, or at least for me, I don't really have in my job now, and I crave it. That's why I want like a life coach, or I want an assistant that like, you know, lays out my schedule for me. I'm itching for that structure that I haven't had for 6 years.
Do you feel like it's changed like the way you look at productivity?
Absolutely. I'm never productive enough. I feel guilty all the time. I always am like, I could be doing more. But then it's this loop that I literally wake up and I'm like, I know I need to do XYZ, but I don't feel good today. I'm having a bad day. But then I'm also like, shut up, bitch. Because when you had those days back when you had your 9 to 5, you still got up and you went to work. But then I'm also like, you didn't have those days as much when you had your 9 to 5 because you had a structured life.
And now you have the ability to lay in bed because your schedule allows for it.
Right.
But it's like,
then I feel guilty that I'm not getting up.
It's an endless cycle.
I deal with it every fucking day that I wake up. And I don't know how this is going to come off to the common person. I know you get it because you understand my job through and through.
I just like wish people saw what I see. It's hard to not, like, you keep saying, I don't want this to be like pity. Like, No, please, no.
It's
just giving insight. Like, we get it. People have it way harder than.
Oh my God, yeah.
But
way fucking harder.
It's the sole fact that a majority thinks all you do is post a picture and that's it.
Yep.
And it's like, I think it would give some people insight, and it would stop the hate comments if they saw that, like, your mental health is. How do I say this?
Shit.
The word that came to mind was plummeted.
Honestly, go ahead.
But like your mental health has taken a big toll.
Yes.
Whoa. Your mental health has taken a really big toll. And what people don't see is that your mental health has taken a really big toll, and there's so much more to the job than what they think. So if they think about hold on, maybe she is actually working, which fucking light bulb, she is working.
Light bulb.
Then they won't write that comment where it's just like, you don't do shit all day. All you do is post on Instagram.
Yeah.
No. And it boils my blood because like I see how hard you fucking work and I wish other people saw it too.
Thank you. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I can cry. Thank you. Thank you. Times a million.
It's just like,
I wish it was talked about more. I feel like all
Yeah.
creators need to talk about this more. You know who does? I noticed Alicia Marie talks about it. She has vlogs where she's like, I'm having a shit fucking day. I had a panic attack. Like, I love that. I know Lord DIY talks about it a lot more. I highlight these big names because they are so influential, and both those names, those are some OG creators.
yeah, I've watched Lauren since
Forever.
Yeah.
And like, I'm so glad with their big platforms and kind of what they've built on, which is that perfect, like, hoity-toity, perfect facade that all of social media used to be. They've really rebranded and been like, open the curtain.
Hold on.
This is actually what's happening, you guys. Yeah, it's this weird thing where like can't clock in, can't clock out. I only will ever give you guys 100% of my true self. But then when I'm having a shit day, shit week, shit month, whatever, shit year, I'm like, I don't want to put that out there because I feel like that's spreading negativity. People aren't going to watch that. But then I'm also like, people will love the authenticity. But then I'm also like, maybe I need to protect my energy, not put that out there at all, and not worry about trying to post because you need to take care of your mental state right now. But then I also need to pay the bills. And I have a brand deal coming up that needs to be up before October 13th. And it's like, so much goes into like, how much do I give myself to others today? And I don't know. I just kind of take it by day by day as you can. But yeah, it's a weird thing where like when you live your life online, it's really cool and but it's also really hard because there's no boundaries. And I've said this multiple times, like the way we are built is not supposed to take in that much content.
Yeah.
Like that's why screen time and all that I think really is important to take note of. Like when I find when we're all on the couch, me and Leanna, and we're all on our phones, I'm like, guys, let's play cards or at least turn on a movie.
Yeah.
Even like watching a movie that can get you critically thinking about the plot and the screenplay, even that's a little bit better than just like scrolling on.
It's the endless like, and then you realize I had like really deep pits of time where like I would only be on my phone because I was going through a really hard time in my life.
Yes.
And I would just like the constant scroll, and then I would realize like an hour later, hold on, I didn't even take it. I just went somewhere else.
It's weird. I'd love to talk to a neurologist about it.
Yeah. Like what brainwaves were just hitting?
That we didn't even hit 20 years ago.
No.
Our brains are fucking evolving so much, and I don't know in what direction, because in some way it's so cool how much knowledge you can get, but then other ways it's like,
it's not, some of it's not even knowledge, and I just blacked out for all of it. What did you just take in? Yeah.
Some of it's not even facts either. That's another thing.
A lot of it is not even facts.
There's so much freedom of speech, and opinions are just the base of all, like, so many people's social media posts. And then it's like there's beauty in following like communities, whether it's like about something political or something about animal rights or just something about like
plants.
We all love Justin Bieber. Like there is beauty in being able to find your communities. I think that's really a really cool thing that we've done on social media. But then you're also not, it's kind of closed-minded.
Yes.
Then you're really like hyper curating your feed in a way to where you're like, you shut out any other
opinions about anything.
And there's definitely like a really extreme there where
it's good to like keep your eyes on other things.
Just stay open-minded, I guess.
Right.
Just don't.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's different with every person, depending on how you're raised and what your opinions are and what we're even talking about. Because you're also entitled to be very strong on your opinion too.
Right.
But I don't know. I think social media, back to the overconsumption thing for the human mind, that's where I'm like, damn, like we're not even listening to like credible people anymore. We're just like, well, I don't agree with you because I saw this opinion.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on, but these people have been studying all their life, or they've been, you know, devoted to this topic all their life, and they actually have like a degree in this or whatever.
And you're gonna brush it off because you saw one little quote post.
Right. It's terrifying.
Oh,
I don't know.
just take everything with a grain of salt on social media.
Right. But then I'm gonna go back on myself right now and be like, but you should also always make your own research and your own opinions, and not just listen to the credible person. But it's like, there's just so much to fucking consume. It's like sometimes you even get to a point where, like, when I want to research something going on in the world, whether it's political, social, whatever, there's almost too much out there where I'm like, what is even credible anymore? What thing do I even click anymore?
Yeah.
And then
how do we fucking know the truth?
Right. And credibility isn't always just the most followers. It very often is not. That's just the one that, like, pushed themselves more. Yeah, paid them. Yeah, whatever. It's, I don't know. Social media is fucking weird. I'm just so curious to see where it goes. I'm so curious to see the studies and the documentaries on what it's doing to the brain now. It terrifies me. I think about it daily. I think about it every single day. I'm in such a weird place as of the past like few years because I love it. I love my job. I am so fucking eternally grateful for my job. I never would trade it for the world, but it's this constant thing with like the average person, the average like creator, the average influencer like doesn't look at it the way I do. So it's like, should I be in this space? Am I made for this space? Like maybe I'm not. Like I start thinking like down that alley, like if this is just too superficial for me, but then I'm also like, but I really like the community we've built here and like you guys listening. Like,
and like now you've been given the opportunity to like show a different side of it and like maybe switch the gears a little bit in the industry. Like not saying you're gonna like change social media by being authentic, but like maybe you can make like a tiny wave and like starting the conversation.
It has been started. I'm not revolutionary.
No.
Like there's so many amazing creators that are so fucking real. Like I said, like I love how much Lauren and Alicia have been doing it. I love how authentic Olivia O'Brien is. She talks about her mental health all the time. Yes. Let's spit out some others. I love so many creators. Sarah's Day. She's Australian. She's so cute. Who else?
Oh, Best Dressed.
Adorable.
She's on Instagram a lot more. She hasn't posted on YouTube in a minute, but she just moved to New York. It's best.dressed. Her name is Ashley, I believe. Adorable. I found her on YouTube, 3 years ago now, like right when she first started, and I was like, she's gonna pop off because she's fucking dope.
Yep.
She talks about a healthy sex life all the time, being a woman.
That up. Yeah.
She's killer.
Another like healthy sex life, woman empowerment ass bitch, Adeline Morin. She's a queen, love her to death. Andrea Ressett talks about, I'm like literally scrolling the people I follow. Andrea Ressett talks about mental health all the time and her personal things she's gone through and ways she's got through it and realities of her not getting through it and that being okay too. And she's just so relatable in that sense. I hate using that word, but it's a real word.
Oh, I follow on TikTok. I follow Mary Skinner, I think it is.
That's a cool last name.
Yeah, Mary CJ Skinner. She posts, she's really cool. She posts, I'm like, I fangirl over her. She posts like outfit of the day. She does a whole bunch of like mid-size, size 8, size 10 videos. So I love seeing that shit.
Megan Batoon is amazing. Brianna Chicken Fry, fucking love her to death. Hilarious and like so real. Love that.
I recently followed her. She's literally just like the cool, I'll share with you. She's the coolest outfits ever. And she like goes to these job interviews and she's just like dressed to the nines, cool ass outfits, and she's just like fucking be you. Her name is Sarah I'm gonna butcher her last name.
Oh my god.
Campos Sarcon, but her handle on TikTok is Sarah SaraCampz. Sarah Camps.
Yeah, send me that.
Look at her outfits. Just
oh man,
look
I've seen her.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
Quirky.
And just like quirky.
So, and like real quirky, not like
Yes.
annoying, like just trying to be quirky. Like she's
No.
actually quirky.
Just like good vibes.
Good vibes.
Love her.
All the way.
That is, at least for me, that's my version of motivation for like to be myself, to not give a fuck what other people thinks, because she showed up to a job interview in like a corset and like this whole get up that's like from a different era, and it's just like
because it's her. It represents her.
That was like a little spark in my head to Alex, who gives a fuck what other people think? Be you. So if you curate your feed with people who spark that little light in you, that's the goal.
These are just some little, this is a small list of probably millions, infinite amount of people. It doesn't even have to be creators. Just like, there's so many people I follow that, you know, numbers wise have like 2,000. They're like, they're not these like verified creators either. There's so many ways you can curate your feed. And I think that's honestly just the main point we want to get across in this whole episode. So we can go on forever. I'm really excited for this follow-up episode. So if any new listeners out there, hi, we do a follow-up episode to every Monday episode. We post them on Fridays on Patreon only. It's a Patreon exclusive episode where we actually take entries from our patrons and answer questions, comments.
Dive a little deeper on the topics.
Yep, just little part 2 that we post on Fridays. So we always have our Patreon information linked down below if you guys want to check those out. If not, totally fine. Thank you for your support either way. But for the Patreon listeners right now, let's dive deeper into this. Let's talk about healthy ways that you feel like you've curated your feed, or healthy kind of mental things you've done to not take social media on so heavy, because it really is a force. It becomes so physical in our day-to-day, and
how you've like evolved looking at hate comments, like what you do to not listen to them, or the opposite. I don't know.
I feel like we don't even have to give that many prompts for this. I think anybody with a phone can talk something on social media. Any other like questions or comments you have about anything I said, if you're listening on YouTube, comment down below too, even if you're not a patron, because I already can tell. I feel like I'm gonna have to like explain myself a little bit further, and I'm okay with doing that. So
that's the goal.
Right. I'd love to explain myself further. If you're actually like, I'm down to have a debate any day. Any fucking day about anything I said regarding like my job and whatnot. So let's talk in the comments. Let's talk on Instagram. Let's talk on Twitter. Let's talk on Patreon. Literally find us anywhere. Oddvice Podcast. But yeah, I guess we'll leave you with that. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate us 5 stars, because that helps us out a lot. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like button, all that stuff.
Turn on the little bell. I've never said that before. It's cool.
I actually have never said that either. Can I try?
Really? Yeah.
Turn on the little bell.
Notification. Turn on notifications.
Ding. Oh, like we edited in like a ding. And that's pretty much it. Follow us on Instagram.
And go check out our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music in a couple days.
Oh my god.
Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow for them, or like right now?
It'll be up. Yeah, you could go check it out right now.
Okay, cool. All right. Love you guys so much. Protect your energy at all costs, whatever it may be. And thank you for your support either way. We love you. And we'll see you next Monday.
Bye. Wow.
That was so good.